Hello viewers, you are watching Nltv News now. I'll read the headlines. Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nephew Rio, says that he is pleased that NDPP, NPF and BJP have come together for an opposition-less government towards achieving a common goal for an early and peaceful solution towards the Naga political issues. Tikir Tribal Council, while speaking to Nltv, boldly states that the Tikir are the original landowners of Shamathor village. Called Shamathor headquarters was donated to the government of Nagaland for establishment of an administrative headquarter. Power outage to occur in Dimapur from 18th August as that there would be a shutdown of a transformer at Nagaland substation. Power supply to several substations or feeder to be affected. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination gives an ultimatum of 30 days to Government of Nagaland to complete the roads in Nagaland at the earliest, to go for an indefinite strike in the state if the government fails to respond. Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport reopened. Airport to remain open till civilians evacuated. 2,500 US troops in Kabul to help in the evacuation. And now the news in details. The Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nephew Rio, recently took to Twitter and announced that he is pleased that the National Democratic Progressive Party, Bharatiya Janata Party Nagaland and Naga People's Front have come together for an opposition-less government towards achieving a common goal for an early and peaceful solution towards the Naga political issues. Power outage to occur in Dimapur from 18th August. The Power Department of Nagaland informs that there would be a shutdown of the transformer at Nagaland substation from August 18th to 20th from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. to facilitate shifting of 20 MVA 132 by 66 kV transformer. Power supply to several substations feeders would be affected, including Metha substation, Industry substation, Supermarket substation, Referral substation, Medzifima substation, Rangapahar Army substation, Forest Colony substation, Thakehu substation and Naharbari Tilikhu, Chekikie Live Power Grid, Electrical Colony, EE Transmission Division Dimapur. Assam Tikir appeals all consumers to bear with the inconvenience. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee held a meeting at Hotel Saramati on Monday, where tribal bodies like Eastern Naga People's Organization, Central Nagaland Tribe Council, Central Nagaland Students Association, Rangma and Zeliang were present. They discussed about the issues where Government of Nagaland verbally gave assurance of proper roads. However, the government failed to do so. Therefore, on 8th of August 2021, the NFHRCC had given an ultimatum of 30 days, that is, till up to 6th of September 2021, to the Government of Nagaland. After a lengthy deliberation, the House unanimously resolved to go for an indefinite strike in the state if the government fails to give a positive response. Thereafter, followed by a press conference with the office bearers of the NFHRCC, where Mr. Supu Zamir, convener, Mr. W. Lema Chang, General Secretary, and Mr. Chenithung Humse, Assistant General Secretary, highlighted on various issues that has been delaying in completion of the Foothill Road.
It will be all of effects slow down. Many people are not agreeing with that only because of the workers, because of the lockdown. So many movements were, slow down.
Besides the reason that has been given by my two colleagues, there's another one reason. It would Toya Hydro Project pra untimely pani release kora pra conductor to be hamper bhi hoise. Kilo reservoir pra iku information natigena time di any pani release kora pra mid-fire foundation dam the technically. That was written complaint among Nltv Asia. For that matter, we have written a letter to the Doyang Hydro Project also. So these are some reasons why the Doyang bridge construction is been delayed.
Yes, sir. We have one final question. The Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee has already given an ultimatum to the government of Nagaland on 8th of August. And we all know that the 30 days ultimatum expires on 6th of September, as the convener has clearly stated. Now, what is the steps initiated if government fails to respond to the ultimatum served by the committee?
Yeah.
Yes, let our secretary say that, because we have resolved today, yes.
Yeah. Yes. In today's meeting, we have resolved one resolution. We have resolved to reaffirm the 7th August resolutions, given a memorandum to the government a 30 days deadline. Second, in the event of the state government failure to respond positively on the Foothill Road Committee representations, the NFSCC and the tribal HO, along with the student bodies, shall go for an independent agitation as the course of next actions. So this is the resolution that has been resolved.
Tikir Tribal Council, the apex public forum of the Tikir tribe, has clarified on the claims made by Nltv chairman Bioresource Mission during his interview with Nltv on the 2nd of August 2021. Tikir Tribal Council, while speaking to Nltv, boldly stated that the Tikir are the original landowners of the Shamathor village and that the Shamathor headquarters was donated to the government of Nagaland for establishment of an administrative headquarter. The council has rejected and challenged the said proposal and apprised Shri Nltv, chairman of Nagaland Bioresource Mission, not to mislead the public and divide tribal lines.
Shamathor district Sadigim Chongambra Dimain Kurado Amagan Tikan Gombi Najani. Gombi Hunana. Kile Shamathor town Guadu, Shamathor village Tadigani town Gushe. Shamathor village to completely Tikir postes. Aro Tikir areas. Aro Tati Tikir TDC umbrella diase. Shamathor village Kando. Two Amagan Malik na hunigana, Malik na janigana, Kon proposal Kushe district. Kon demand Kurisha. Amagan na jane. Itugane Shamathor town di district Bonabole to Amagan teacher government secretary has. Aji eku proposal nai Amagan. Eku papana nai. Sadigim Jongambra demand Kurita Gilebi, Taikam Malik Nui. Amagan Malikase, teacher kam Malikase. Malik pra eku na jani gana, eku na buchi gana, Malik pra eku proposal na di gana, bar manu ai gana hala kuradu Amagan na jane. Amagan Taikan je motop na kuribo. Kile demand to Kurisha Gule Amagan Shamathor district to Amagan teacher recognize pure recognize Hoa Picheti Amagan development to demand Kuribo. Ajidu Amagan Stein to teacher like Stein to Boiler recognition to government bra hobo lagi Guigana, Tadi Stein as a district lagadu Taikan Sati Yim Chongan bra Shamathor area bra Chichi Guelebi Amagan Nachane. Taikan Malik Nuhai, Ami Malik ase. Malik pra na jani gana kon kam kure ase. Taikan chi papi ase. Chi jane ase. Amakan na jani. Malik pra eku na jane ekoi gana. Itia Shamathor village khan pra bi. Itia complaint bi likhi gana ase. Amakan Malik logo na hudi gana. Kon demand kurishe. Kon proposal kurishe koi gana. Hala utishe. Amara Shamathor village khan pra. Idugane idu Amagan dikher laga stein du boiler recognition to government pra hobo lagi. It to hoa bichedi development sop to starting kuribo kuigana state government logo bi kagos bi representation bi clearly kishe kuigana ami kotha.
On 16th of August, the Department of Land Resources dispatched natural rubber sheets from Nagaland at Merapani Woka to Delhi, with additional Deputy Commissioner Bhandari Tiamaran Chang as special guest. According to DIPR report, during the flagging off program, Tiamarang Chang lauded the efforts of the department for bringing recognition to Nagaland as a large-scale, high-quality natural rubber producing state. He also said that besides bringing economic empowerment and development to the community of rubber growers, the state's revenue would also benefit in the state if set up with a streamlined mechanism to check and regulate the outflow of products. Meanwhile, District Project Officer Wokha Tepunolo Yore said that the department supported rubber growers under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, watershed component, IWMP, and NABARD funded RIDF tranches, achieving an area of 6,806 hectares and covering 4,135 households in Wokha. A 3-day-long soccer tournament called 4-Men Soccer Challenge was held at Corregio School, Larry Colony, Kohima from 13th to 16th of August. While in conversation with one of the organizers, Renchamo Humse, who mentioned that they have been the permission from the district commission officer and have followed the SOPs given by the DC office. He added only 100 people were allowed to come inside. Children and old age people were not permitted entry.
Aji Aminhan ide Nltv than Larry de Corregio School de Ainaze ide football 4-men soccer tournament jaze aru duita final match jaze Aminhan lot one of the organizers tailot hota odi kruo aru the organizer hoti saw idu match to kina jaze brother apnila nam aru designation kuido
mula nam do rinchamo ase aru idu tournament do mon host korese aru mula sadik jindo le do tai station de nai to mujin bar organize korese.
So brother idu apni football organize kora do idu first time ansala apni la past tv organize kri thakise
idu mula bus tv thakise aru
kiman times nisna apni kurina ja idu organizer idu organize kurina idu match tando
idu 3 times je mo organize korina
aru man idu ida dikhain sam do government bra pandemic kani SOP thanla maintenance nambora di dise aru tahanla man ki follow grow lage SOP than duan dinaji do apni dan kina manage kuna ja se dai do ina time de
ami ambe idu SOP la do maintain korese to man idu tournament nokhala agide DC lo de mon permit lise to mon 3 karne idu tournament host korgane to talo de permit lugina mon idu host korese.
Aja to ide ina host kora do tahan iku kushra gune kiman manu ayu lage aro kun ayu lage aro kun ayu lage na iku tahan permission diam di tahan iku kushra gune restriction
taihan godo hole do 100 manula upor do nakuri guse aro bura buri bacha khan idon do ground de allowed nakuri guse to amengi tahan idu guse.
Aja to apni han sign sab to ina phala follow guna government la kotha na phala follow na ja ase dola ami nami bishi khushi aro apni la iku future plans asla na aro ina tournament han organize kurna chai thago bole
future plan do ase lui aro idu SOP tahan idu aro bichide free wina khulishe gule do aro tournament organize korle bhabna do bishi ase aro ajikla no idu mona.
I'm here with my camera person Kozo. This is Rabenong Ovong reporting for Nltv.
The Assam State Disaster Management Authority today issued a revised SOP for the state, which starts from August 18th, 5 a.m. onwards. Meanwhile, night curfew will start from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. across the state. All business and commercial establishments to be open till 6 p.m. Inter-district movement of private vehicles and movement of people are allowed in all districts except Kamrup Metro. But public transport shall remain open. Physical classes to resume for final year students with both vaccination doses. Up to 50% of hall capacity are allowed for meetings, gatherings, while 25 persons for marriages, funeral programs. However, cinema theatre shall remain closed. Wearing of face mask is compulsory in all public places. Excise authority will take strong action against illegal production, sale of country liquor in all districts. Other restrictions, including declaration of containment zones, etc., and exemption are notified in the order of 9th August 2021, shall continue to remain in force except those specifically modified by this order. The central government on Monday denied all allegations in the Pegasus controversy and said that it is open to Supreme Court appointing a technical committee to inquire all aspects of the case. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta on behalf of the union government to a bench of Chief Justice N.V. Ramana, Justices Surya Kant and Aniruddha Bose made an offer saying if the spyware was purchased by the centre. He demands to know which agencies used it and for what purpose. Senior advocate Kapil Sibbal and Rakesh Dwivedi appeared for some of the 10 PIL petitioners, dismissed the centre's two-page affidavit denying illegal snooping as an eyewash. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with the Indian contingent headed for the upcoming Tokyo Paralympics, which begins on August 24th. In an effort to boost the confidence of the para-athletes, PM Modi wished them luck and asked them to go ahead and express themselves at the showpiece event. During the interaction, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur thanked PM Modi for extending his support to athletes across the country. According to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, as many as 54 para-athletes from across 9 sports disciplines will be heading Tokyo to represent the nation. Reportedly, this is India's biggest ever contingent to the Paralympics Games.
सभी खिलाड़ी साथियों, सारे कोचेज और विशेष रूप से अभिभावक, आपके माता पिता, आप सभी से बात करके मेरा विश्वास बढ़ गया है कि इस बार पैरालंपिक गेम्स में भी भारत नया इतिहास बनाने जा रहा है। मैं अपने सभी खिलाड़ियों को और सभी कोचेस को आपकी सफलता के लिए, देश की जीत के लिए ढेरों शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
4 persons killed after 2 trailer trucks caught fire following their collision on National Highway 8 in Rajasthan's Ajmer. Today, police and fire brigade teams rushed to the spot to douse the flame. As per the ground report, the flames of fire were about 30 feet high. Reportedly, the 2 trailer trucks collided one across the divider and hit another one that was approaching from the other side. A total of 5 people were on board in both the trucks. Further investigations underway.
ये सूचना मिली थी कि आज सुबह 5:30 बजे 2 गाड़ियों में एक्सीडेंट हो गया, आग लगी है। इस मौके पे आया हूँ। 2 गाड़ियों में आग लगी हुई मिली, जिसको फायर ब्रिगेड मंगाकर आपको काबू पा लिया है। इसमें ड्राइवर और खलासी की
Accusing the UPA of trickery, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday said that the Modi government was paying for the rupees 2.5 lakh crore liability of oil bonds. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the United Progressive Alliance government under former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had issued oil bonds or instruments in lieu of cash subsidy to oil marketing companies that are up for redemption now. Sitharaman maintained that she was not suggesting anything on changing the levies. The remark triggered a strong retort by the Congress, which accused the centre of increasing taxes on auto fuel and pocketing of rupees 4.5 lakh crore during the last fiscal year. The Chief Minister of Nagaland, Shri Nephew Rio, released a special cover of India Post on Naga Mircha in presence of Shri Kaityo A, Shri Munolya Kikon and Postman General NE2 region Shri Som Kame. The Naga Mircha was certified as geographically indicating tag to Nagaland 2008. CM Rio took it to Twitter and thanked India Post Office for the initiative to release a special cover on the Naga Mircha. The Enforcement Directorate has issued fresh summons to former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh to appear before it on August 18th in connection with a money laundering case probe against him and others. The development comes a day after the Supreme Court refused interim protection to 71-year-old NCP politician from any coercive action by the federal agency. Reportedly, this is the fifth such summon notice to Deshmukh. It has been issued under the provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act as the agency wants to further record his statement in this case. Earlier, Deshmukh had skipped the last such appearance for questioning in the case, calling the ED action unjustified. His son Rishikesh and wife too were summoned and they also did not appear. India has reported 25,166 new COVID-19 cases and 437 deaths in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.51%. A total of 36,830 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which brings the total recoveries to 3,14,48,754 across the country in the last 24 hours, with 3,69,846 active cases. Meanwhile, Nagaland records 29,151 COVID cases while 601 deaths. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavya, who arrived in Kerala with the team on Monday to review the COVID-19 situation in the state, announced a special package of Rs 267.35 for Kerala to strengthen its health infrastructure to fight the COVID-19 pandemic effectively. Sent to the state in the wake of a heavy virus caseload, the Union Minister met Chief Minister Pinayadi Vijayan and Health Minister Veena George and officials in the state capital. He also lauded Kerala for the steps it took against COVID-19 spread and called the state's healthcare system excellent. He also said that the union government has assured all possible help to Kerala, including providing vaccines to the state. Later, the Kerala Public Relations Department said that Mandavya assured that the union government will take steps to provide the 1.11 crore vaccines urgently needed to combat COVID-19 as was requested by the CM. India beat England by 151 runs to take 1-0 lead in the 5-day Test series at Lord's. Mohammad Siraj led the Indian attack as they pulled off an extraordinary win in dying stages of the game. On day 5 of the second Test, India fast bowler pulled off an incredible heist with the bat, followed by a magnificent performance with the ball. England batsman Jos Buttler did his best to salvage a draw, but Mohammad Siraj's double wicket sealed the match for India. KL Rahul was adjudged as the man of the match for his century in the first innings. The third test will start from 25th August at Headingley in Leeds. India evacuated its embassy in Kabul this morning amid escalating humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. A special Air Force flight is bringing back the envoy, along with other staff members and Indo-Tibetan border police troops. The evacuation operation has faced multiple challenges in the last 48 hours as Taliban returned to power in Afghanistan after 20 years on Sunday. According to sources, an Indian Air Force C-17 aircraft has taken off from Kabul with more than 120 Indian officials in it. Minister of External Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bakshi said due to the prevailing circumstances, it has decided that Indian ambassador in Kabul and his Indian staff will move to India immediately. After being closed following a breakdown in security of the tarmac that interrupted evacuation operations, U.S. Major General Hank Taylor informed that the Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport has reopened today Afghanistan time. U.S. General said it is their mission to make sure that it remains open so that they can continue expediting flights in and out. He further said 2,500 U.S. troops have reached Kabul to help the evacuation of Americans and Afghan civilians, and their aim is to focus on maintaining security at Hikai, to continue to expedite flight operations while safeguarding Americans and Afghan civilians. A government spokeswoman said on Monday that China is ready to deepen friendly and cooperative relations with Afghanistan after the Taliban seized control of the country. On Monday, China said it welcomed the chances to deepen ties with Afghanistan, a country that has for generations been coveted for its geostrategic importance by bigger powers. Beijing has sought to maintain unofficial ties with the Taliban throughout the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, which spurred an advance by the Islamist hardliners across the country that saw them capture the capital Kabul on Sunday. China shares a rugged 76-kilometer border with Afghanistan. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and U.S. State Department warned on Monday against travel to Turkey because of a rising number of COVID-19 cases in that nation, while eased its advisories for India. The Centers for Disease Control added Turkey to its level 4 very high COVID-19 level, while the State Department issued its parallel level 4 do not travel advisory. The CDC lowered India to level 2 moderate, while the State Department eased its India rating to level 2 exercise increased caution. The CDC currently lists more than 70 countries as its travel advisory rating. That is all for now. This is Gargireka signing off. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates. मुंह टूटा নাই মোৰ অশান্তি লাগিছিলে পঢ়িব নকৰো সিম্পল